Hey, welcome to The Big Shot. The Big Shot. The Big Shot? The Big Shot. The Big Shot. The Big Shot. The Big Shot. I don't know how to say it, but hey, welcome to The Big Shot. This is going to be a brand new podcast. This is all about photography, talking to some of the biggest big shots in our industry. These are people that you know, or maybe you don't know, but they're people at the top of their game right now. We're going to be doing some great interviews during our podcast with the big shots of the industry. So hang on to your hats, get ready for a great time as we start this new podcast. But first, let's just tell you a little bit about who we are, or right now who I am. I'm Steve, the other chopstick guy. The other half of the duo, Mark, will be on a few of these other podcasts as well. But basically what we are an organization, a company, we're a group that puts together unbelievable photo experiences for photographers just like you. So if you like coming out and shooting at fantastic locations with great models and an incredible group of people, come out to one of our photo experiences. Our next one coming up is going to be in March, and that is our Las Vegas photo experience, happening in conjunction with WPPI, but it's going to be 3 days of photographic fun. So we're going to start it out with a photo walk along the Las Vegas Strip, probably about 3:30 p.m. on the Wednesday the 6th, and that one is basically our meet and greet time. That's the time where we get together, we have fun, we're walking down the Strip, taking marvelous pictures of our models, and we all go out to dinner after that photo walk and just have a great time getting to know each other, kind of geeking out about photography and all great things about photography. The next morning, we head on out to the Nelson Ghost Town. Now, if you've never been to the Nelson Ghost Town, that's going to be an adventure you don't want to miss. The Nelson Ghost Town is a photographer's paradise. We like to call it like the Disneyland for photographers. All kinds of different setups. It's an old Western town. They've got, I think, 55 different vehicles out there. They've got some crashed airplanes. They've got buildings and barns. They've got a church, kind of a little chapel, Western chapel. They've got a barn. It's just really, really cool. And when you bring that in combination with our models, it's a fantastic time. We have a few other surprises that day as well. We're going to be headed out to the Joshua Tree Highway. Now, that's not the Joshua National Park, but the Joshua Tree Highway, which is pretty amazing. It's one of those long desert highways that we all love to take pictures of, that kind of has that big, long leading line that goes out to the mountain, the roadway line. But what's really cool is these huge Joshua trees in the desert that look fantastic when paired with your model. So we're going to be doing some of that. We've also got a secret location that we're going to try to hit up later on in the day as well. The next day, Friday, now WPPI is over at this point. And actually, WPPI, it looks like it's going to end about 11 a.m. on Thursday. And so you got all kinds of time after that. But if you hang out till Friday, we're going to be hitting the Valley of Fire. Now, the Valley of Fire is a bucket list location for every photographer. The Valley of Fire is unlike any other place on Earth. If you've never shot there before, you can check out some of the pictures on our website all about the Valley of Fire. But wow, what a location. You've got these amazing red rocks all around you. Now, you might have heard of Red Rock Canyon, right? Doesn't hold a candle to Valley of Fire. Valley of Fire is the premier photo spot in Las Vegas. Now, here's the big thing about Valley of Fire. Valley of Fire is part of the Nevada State Park system. They only allow one photo permit per day. We have the photo permit. So you do not want to shoot in Valley of Fire without a photo permit. They will fine you, and the fine is something like $1,300. You don't want to be caught there taking pictures with models and lights and all that stuff. We have the full photo permit, and we have room for you. We would love for you to attend the Valley of Fire Day. Yeah, at least if you don't come to all three, come to the Valley of Fire Day. It is a blast. I mean, a total fun time. So that's kind of our highlight of the year. We do 4 or 5 of these big workshops every year. We like to call them, again, experiences rather than a workshop, because they are a true experience. We just got back from the Salt Flats, Bonneville Salt Flats. Fantastic time. You know, if you went, you know what it was like. If you haven't gone, you'll want to go next time. Just incredible. All I'm going to say about that. But this is going to be a podcast today, just basically an introduction for the podcast. Oh, let's back up, rewind, just talk a little bit more about, again, who we are as Panoptic Chopsticks. Now, you're thinking, that's a stupid name. Well, let me tell you, when we first started out, our company was called Panoptic Photographic Workshops, right? Now, try to type that into the URL of your web browser, right? And people could never remember. Panoptic's kind of one of those weird words that they don't even, like, what in the heck is Panoptics? Well, Panoptic just means wide view or all-encompassing, right? Panoptic. So, it was a long name. People couldn't remember it. And so one day I was talking with Mark on the phone. I'm like, dude, we gotta change the name of our company. And something that's memorable, something that's easier to type in. And so I said, hey, pull up the rhyming generator on Google. Now, most of you probably didn't even realize that Google has a rhyming generator, but they do. You can go in there and you can basically find out every word that rhymes with a particular word. So I'm like, put in Panoptic, see what comes up. So he's going through all these words and nothing was grabbing us. It was just kind of like, that's dumb. That doesn't make sense. Like, it comes to the word chopsticks, right? I'm like, Panoptic chopstick. He's like, I said, stop, whoa, stop. That's the word, chopsticks. He's like, what in the heck are you talking about? Chopsticks, Panoptic chopsticks? That's really dumb. I'm like, no, get this, dude. I said, what do you love? It's like, my wife. I'm like, no, I know you love your wife, but really, what do you love? He's like, sushi. I like, yeah, sushi. So we both have this love of sushi, okay? We love eating food with chopsticks. And so I'm like, what if the name was Panoptic Chopsticks? It's like, yeah. So there's only one thing that we love more than eating food with chopsticks, and that's photography. Now, here's the cool thing. When we started and we rebranded our company to Panoptic Chopsticks, things blew up. Like, that name has done magical wonders for us, right? People know us. People know us as the chopstick guys, right? So here's what's really funny. Here's, two middle-aged white guys, bald heads, we're known as the chopstick guys, and we'll be out on the street. In fact, last time we were in Vegas doing our photo walk, we had 4 people stop us, like, chopstick guys, I've seen your stuff on YouTube, I've seen your stuff online. Like, it's pretty funny that they know us as the chopstick guys, but that's who we are. We actually, we knew we were onto something when we went to WPPI a week after we rebranded our company, and we got these shirts made that said the chopstick guys on them with our logo. We walked out of our room onto the show floor. By the time we got from our room to the show floor, we had 7 people actually stop us and say, oh, what's the chopstick guys? Tell me about that. Like, it was pretty cool. So we knew we were onto something, and it's been great. So we don't take ourselves too seriously. We take photography seriously, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. We are both working photographers in the business. We do all the kind of normal stuff that photographers do, right, to make money. We shoot weddings, we shoot family pictures, we shoot senior portraits. Most of our work is portrait work, so we do a lot of different portrait work. We're heavily into the corporate side of pictures as well. So we do school pictures, we do sports pictures, and we do corporate headshots and personal headshots and branding headshots. That's actually become a pretty big part of our business, is all the headshot business. People, if you're not into headshots, you got to get into headshots. It's a profitable side of the business. It's quick, and it can be rather fun, actually, as well. And we've got that system dialed in. We'll tell you more about that on a future podcast. But yeah, that's who we are. Both Mark and I have been shooting all of our lives basically since high school. And as you can see from the bald hair, that was a long time ago. So like I said, we don't take ourselves overly serious. If you come to one of our events or see us at WPPI, just give us a holler, and we'll come over and talk to you. We love talking with people and meeting new people. But the whole thing is that we bring the fun back to photography. We find that so many people out there take themselves so serious and take their photography so serious. You're like, man, you got to have fun with it. The minute you stop having fun with photography is the minute that things are over, right? You got to find something else to do, because it should still be fun. And that's what happens to a lot of photographers. They get into it and they have this big passion. I want to create, right? So they go out and create, and then what do? Then you're like, I think I can make money doing this. So you start to say, okay, I'm going to start shooting for money. And then what happens when money's involved? Everything changes. The fun gets sucked out of it most of the time. You're like, oh man, this is a job now. I don't want to have to do this job. It's a lot of work. And photography is a lot more work than you think it's going to be, as you know, once you get into it. And you just got to have fun. So Mark and I, what we do is we just have a blast every time we've got a camera in our hand, every time we're talking about photography. This thing, man, this is the magic tool. Like, this gets us everywhere and lets us just have a ball in life. So if you come and meet us, you'll notice that, like I said, that we have a lot of fun. We can be pretty sarcastic and love to laugh. So we would love to have you join us at one of our workshops. But if you don't, subscribe to this podcast, and we'll be sharing, like I say, all kinds of great information. So we'll be doing these interviews with lots of different pros in the industry. Both Mark and I are Westcott top pros, Stella Pro champions of light, ambassadors for Spider holsters. So we know a lot of people in the industry and have some good connections there. And so we'll be bringing a lot of those pros on to the show as well. But a lot of people that kind of some of the people that are the unknowns of the industry, right? They're the hidden talents, and we love to share their talents with you. We're going to have some really fun interviews. We've done a few so far, and let me tell you, they are fun. So it's not like your normal interview show. When I talk about bringing the fun back to photography, we ask them some really, really fun questions, and I love the answers we've been getting so far. So stay tuned for that. But I just want to come in and give you this introduction to the Big Shot. We can't wait for what's to come on this show, and looking forward to having you join us for every single episode of the Big Shot. Until then, you're going to hear us say this every single time, and we'll tell you more about it next time. Don't be lazy. All right, have a great day.